long about this councilman meeting, so when we get this.
It's been pretty well publicized for the last 12 to 15 years since we've had it, you know. I don't know probably what it would take.
And it's not, please know that, it's not something that I'm coming up with, but it's something that the citizens, I mean, what was it, can y'all recall when you all came down to council and met, there was a group of people that came down and was, I guess, not informed enough to know about the park itself and what it, I mean, I think what you need to do, so that we can clear all of this and all hearts and minds be clear on this, that we just need to have maybe a town hall dialogue where we can come and brainstorm that with the people and let them know, because I don't like talking about something that I'm not quite well familiar with, because like I said, I love to watch the ball games. I'm not a ball player, but I do know when growing up going to the baseball field that we called down there Paper Quarters before it was ever changed over to
I do know we're allowed, what, two events out there per year. 2 events out there.
that hometown is.
The city of Gordon.
Okay, well, what I'll do is I'll contact the railroad, and I think I have a letter in here somewhere from him.
And I do know it's a no smoking park. Yeah.
Right, and that's okay. I don't think folks are interested in smoking. I think.
But they smoked at the last festival they had after.
I know. We got our security training this year though.
So Bruce, you're saying that they can use it, you're saying 2 times.
Well, we've been told as Main Street Gordon, we can use the park twice a year for a big event. Like the Fall Line Festival or something like that.
And that's for.
Okay, but Stevie, can you say in your paper 4 times?
Exactly.
It's not my paper. It's the city's paper, the contract that they got with the railroad.
But
It's
then you
on
say the
file here at
contract had
City
4
Hall. It
times.
says 4 or 5 city-sponsored events only. And it's got that word only in there too. It's not, I'm making that up, it says that.
Oh, but no, I didn't think that. I just wanted to know what you said was on your paper. Because actually, it has been over how long since, it's been probably 2 years since you had anything there.
Right.
So if you have anything there, now would be the first time you were having something. And that's just 1 time.
Here it is, right.
So you really got 3 more
Year,
times to have something.
year to year.
Per year.
Year to year.
We just.
Yeah, but I'm saying per year. Per year, so you hadn't had anything there. So even this year, you still got 3 to do. Can you do the thought?
Just hold right up. This is to all taxing jurisdictions receiving railroad equipment payments, and I have this railroad equipment, the ad valorem tax, is what is being paid on this.
That's wheel mileage on all the rail cars that go through the city of Gordon.
I saw railroad, and that's what I thought about. I said, well, this is something.
That's a $3,200 tax check that the railroad has to send to the city. Every city in the state of Georgia gets a portion if they got a railroad track that goes through their city.
That's why I wanted to say, we hadn't had anything down there in 2.5 years.
2.5 years, why is that?
Oh, well, last year it rained us out. And then the year before that, it was a lot of chaos within the city, and we didn't feel safe.
And that stopped the Better Hometown?
So really, you got 4 times you can have something there this year.
I think, well, if that's what the paper says, then we could, I guess.
Okay.
Per year, when the year runs out, then start new.
Yeah.
So we hadn't had anything down there, not one thing.
Yeah. So, but our big event is the Fall Line Festival. I mean, that's our big event.
Okay, we can
It's
have
really
it
made
remote.
Gordon shine.
So then, okay, so
Yeah.
you're now naming that the Fall Line Festival, okay. So with that being said, we'll just come up with 3 more events that we can, and hopefully that you all can work together, we work with you all.
Yeah.
As I said, in years past, this has been a great event.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, I truly believe in my heart of hearts that it will be, it's going to get better.
We're getting a lot of inquiries from vendors.
Wonderful.
We got the other issues, I mean, what do you call it, issues, we have to bring in porta potties, we have to bring in the Grand Illusion, we have to bring in the car show people and maintain some control over all those.
Right.
For the tractor show, we're working with for that. So it's a coming together of a lot of people.
Right, and good people,
Yeah.
you know, with like-mindedness, and that's wonderful, and so,
Yes, let me talk, one other thing, y'all know last year, we had our Civil War Heritage Trail Marketplace at the depot. Well, about 4 days ago, this Executive Director Steve Long, prior call, with that came some signage that the DOT was supposed to put up indicating directions where to go. Well, they're going to put a signage up on the Fall Line Freeway. They're going to put a signage up on Highway 57. What he wants to do, and the DOT to do, is to place two signs in board. One would be up on
Can I interject and
Highway.
say something that I did get a call from him today? And I believe he was the one that was there last year that we
Yes,
had. And so with that being said, he said, well, I didn't know if you needed to put that thing on the agenda to bring before council or.
Well, that's what my intentions were when I talked to him. I said, I can't do anything until city council approves it,
Right.
especially putting signs.
And so I told him we had not gotten enough, you know, now council will be open tonight to receive that, that what he was saying with that, marker.
I will give you the information that he sent me by email.
Right, he also emailed me this evening, so I have no problem with that. I said, if it's going to bring, business, tourism.
It just
and all the
indicates
above,
that we're on the Civil War Heritage Trail and directions how to get there. Basically, the DOT will put them up, they want to put one on the Litchfield Highway and the spur, what used to be spur 18.
Right, that's what he said, and he said it's also no charge.
Yeah, no charge.
So,
We just have, it's city property now, and we just have to give them permission to do that, because it used to be a DOT property.
Where is that at now, that particular spur that you're talking about?
The old highway spur 18.
Where it comes by BASF, the old city cemetery, that's what they used to call spur 18. Spur 18. And they gave it to us as a city street when they opened the fall line up. They don't use it as a state route. And they gave us the Milledgeville Highway, and we call it the Milledgeville Road.
But, I mean, it's a no cost, it just points out where our marker is, how to get there. And I told him I'd bring it tonight. I've even drafted a letter, I don't know if y'all want to see it, that we could use to send to him, because he sent it to us as Main Street Gordon. But like I said, we don't have no say-so about it, y'all have say-so about it. But this is what, that we had drafted, just something simple that would, at no cost. And so, and I told him I would call him tomorrow. He was an anxious fellow, but
He's out of Augusta. He said.
yes, he's out of Augusta. He's the executive director for this, and all this has been approved by the General Assembly, the Governor of Georgia, about the historical trail. They'll all the way go from Atlanta to the coast, and he says we're one of the last ones to get the markers, and he'd like to get it complete. I think we'll be the last ones to put the markers up, and his job will be complete.
Could you give us to the next meeting to really, okay,
Yes.
what I like to do is get Spence Basinger, who knows a good bit about the right of way. You can't set it on the right of way, even though it's a city street, that each one of them has certain right of ways, and he'd have to do a little research.
Yeah, well, he said that the DOT will be putting in.
Right,
So,
we just need to make sure.
yeah, and I would hopefully the DOT would.
Sure, know what they would, they
Yeah.
probably would.
Okay.
I'm in agreement with you, just give them time, we'll put it on the next agenda.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And able to, you all to say to that, and would this come under you too, Bruce, with the, this is, I think I gave you all a copy of the Georgia fossils. Are you familiar with that? It says, how many heritage tourists can go and support over a weekend, say twice a year? These would be high-end tourists needing hotel rooms, meals, field gear, souvenirs, and I like this. Mr. Thomas Thurman with the Natural Historian, Author, and Explorer, it said, I would like permission to investigate the possibility of natural history tourism in Gordon. In short, public fossil collecting with academic support. He said, if my suspicions prove true, you could develop a twice yearly fall and spring public fossil dig, which could easily attract several hundred visitors twice a year for a weekend visit to Gordon.
Absolutely. And, you know, years ago, they used to have a couple of events like that, where they went fossil hunting, but it was with the corporation of, back then with the NSF,
Eagle Heart, right.
And I think basically they cut the door off to that.
Who did?
liability got
Liability.
involved, yeah.
We're taking people out to foster or whatever, but it's a great idea. But I'm sure the BASF would have to, if you're gonna do it on their property, you'd have to get the permission. But
Does
it's
it have to be there?
Not theirs, but I mean, all the people that would have it, you'd have to get a signed release from them.
yeah, but it's a great idea.
So what I'll do is just table that one till the next meeting too, Councilman.
And just to add one more thing to it, the state does have a brochure, and typically they have them available at all the Georgia rest stations throughout the state of Georgia, all the way through the state of Georgia. If you stop at one and go in, they gave us one that day, and I still have mine, but it has a route to Gordon.
Don't bring it and share it with us.
I will.
They also have a website, people can go on, Civil War Heritage Trail, and it shows the entire
In Sherman.
Atlanta, all the way down to the coast. And gives people a trail to follow.
Even on the way up to,
Yeah.
you know, museums,
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Bruce, who is responsible for, Lee Park?
We have it clean up under our budget, okay? We have it cleaned and maintained. We've always done that. As far as what we did to Lee Park to start with, was all donations to come in. And we've inquired about engraving, additional engraving. What happened last time was we sold bricks to raise money to get the engraver to come out. And so we basically wound up, there was no cost issue to us.
Yeah, I remember when y'all.
We had the benches donated to us, we had the fountain donated to us, so we was at a very, no cost to us whatsoever. But if we get the engraver out now without having some type of fundraiser, we'll have to pay. And I think last time the bill was around $1,000.
Okay.
We raised $673.
Yeah, but I was talking about like the upkeep of it, as far as the verbiage being cut and all of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Arlene Lamb is our director for that, and she oversees that. And she has Heath come in twice a year, I think, and cut bushes down and maintain the fountain over there. Right now, the fountain is messed up. It's completed, so we're gonna have to replace the bowl of the fountain to get it working.
Okay, have you seen it lately? Well, you need to go by there because it's really grown up again. It's growing up.
And I know we got, the damp storm last week at the park out there, did a little damage out there too. We haven't really looked at it. It's some damage out there, MLK Park.
Yeah, but I was talking about the Lee Park.
Yeah, but I will go back and look at it.
Okay.
But now, who's responsible for the little, right there in the middle, in the struggle? Is that the city or Better Hometown?
We had it cut. I don't know who that little island right there, little triangle actually belongs to,
Should be the city.
but we
That
had
is
it
the
cut.
city.
But it is the city.
Yeah.
It should be.
Yeah.
All right, so
But they really need to do something.
We had it cut like that because, you know,
and I know you like nice things
I did.
too. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Next, we're moving on to, we've got, Main Street going, fire department.
The fire report's pretty good right now. We haven't had any major fires anywhere, not even grass fires, very much lately. Yes, ma'am. Well pleased.
Streets.
With the street. I was wondering, was Mr. Lawrence, Superintendent Lawrence here?